All right, all right, all right. Happy Wealth Wednesday. Woo!
Hey everyone.
You see, you got both of us in the same place at the same time. How about that for a change? Okay. So every now and then we have to come together so you can know that we are serious about what we're talking about. And we are serious as a team to help you get where you need to go. And today we are talking about how you can battle credit rejection. Have you been getting rejected when you go apply for personal credit cards and stuff like that and loans and all that? Well, today we have a solution for you. But before we get into that, we want to introduce ourselves. So, Kim, tell them who you are.
Hey guys, I am Kim with Kim's Credit Leverage, where I teach you how to leverage what you have in order to get what you desire. And today we're going to leverage credit.
Hey, and I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator, host of the Get High on Motivation show. But when I am not doing that, I am doing this. I am doing anything that helps my people get their mind, their body, and their spirit and their finances right. Okay. And this is one of them. So we get together on Wednesdays just so we can have conversations like these on how you can put yourself in a better position to use other people's money. Why not? Quit using your money. Quit going broke on things that you don't have to go broke on. How about you find a way to invest in some of your dreams in a way that you may not have thought of? So today, get your pen and paper ready because we're hoping to give you a few ideas of how you can battle credit rejection. Kim.
Yes. First thing I want to just put this out there real quick. We have on our battle gear, okay? Because we're about to battle this thing. Another thing, you guys, tomorrow is Black Friday. Okay. So one way to battle this rejection is stop going to this Black Friday thing. It's called United States of Advertisement, USA.
Oh my God.
United States of Advertisement. So they're setting us up for the kill, guys. It's like fatten up the turkey, for the kill or whatever. So stop doing that.
Yes.
Stop doing that, because you know what? Black Friday is really to get them out of the black zone and put you in the red zone. Okay. So what we want to do is stop putting yourself in the red zone and putting them in the black zone. Black is a profit. Did you know that?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what their Black Friday is, putting you in the red and putting them in the black. So stop doing that.
Yes.
Don't
yes,
do that.
Yes.
Who does that?
I know. I'm going to tell you what I even thought about is not only is Black Friday, possibly Black Friday, because Black people are some of the biggest consumers. Maybe they honored the name because of us, because they know. Because, a lot of advertisement is targeting people who look like us.
Imagine that.
They say that a salesperson works more on us than they do on other people because they know we'll be guided to the purchase. And you know what I thought about when you were saying this is that one of the first questions they're going to ask us when we get to the register is, would you like to apply for our credit card?
No, damn well, you about to get denied. No, I'm just kidding. That was me. I was talking about myself.
I'm sorry. That's me too. So listen, y'all, we are here because we have not always had great credit, perfect credit, and we're still working and battling and building our credit as we speak. Now, I was a person who had what they call a lack of credit, which is just as bad as having bad stuff on there. Bad credit is bad credit. A low credit score is a low credit score. They don't care how you got there or how you didn't get to the high score. And so that's why we have partnered with this wonderful company called Nove, which means new money, new beginnings, and we want to offer you a new beginning as well. So that's what we're going to talk about today is a couple of ways that you can battle credit rejection. So that way you don't have to worry about being denied when they get to the register. Because first of all, I'm hoping you get denied because you don't need that credit card anyway.
Yes, that part. So what I wanted to touch on, and I love that we're here because this is like a wrap session. You know what I'm saying? We did plan some things that we were going to talk about, but I kind of like going by the vibration. So this is super awesome. We know that 2.5 million people, they seek debt counseling each year just to avoid bankruptcy. So we want to stop you guys from having to go through that. If it's a little bit too late on telling you not to max out your credit cards, then it is what it is. But ideally, we want to keep your credit cards below 10%. So just remember, if you have a credit card that's $500, you definitely want to keep in mind that you only have $50 to spend.
Ooh, can you repeat that for them, for the people in the back?
Mm-hmm. So if you have a credit card that's $500, you definitely, I know a lot of people say keep it below 30%, but ideally to get you to that 850 credit score, you want to keep it below 10%. So just keep in mind, if you have a credit card that's $500, you only are allowed to spend 50.
Since we've flown with the vibration, let me ask you a few questions. Let's talk about some of the reasons that people get rejected. What do you think about that?
Sure. Some of the reasons that people get rejected as far as applying for credit, because you already have too much credit utilization on your other credit cards. So before you start applying for other credit cards, make sure that your utilization is below that 10% mark, and then you won't seem quote unquote desperate. So if people, what they want to see when you're applying for credit is your credit utilization that you have already. If they see that you're maxed out on these credit cards, they already know you're about to max out on these. So they want to pretty much give to people that are not in need. Isn't that crazy? Because we apply for things that we quote unquote need, but financial institutions want to give to people that are really not needy. And that is a true fact.
Facts. So another reason that you can possibly be getting denied is a lack of information. You not filling out the application properly or putting all the information that they need to properly approve you. You can't just put whatever. You got to put the right stuff and fill it out properly and put the qualifying information is what I'm going to call it. Is that the right word?
Yes.
Okay.
Another thing too is how we're going to fight rejection of credit is the debt to ratio income. A lot of people don't know about this, but you have to remember that they're looking at least 50% debt to ratio income. So you might be looking all hot saying, I'm going to put my full car payment, I'm going to put my full mortgage payment and stuff like that, because I look like I got a lot of money. So just keep in mind, if you're making 40,000, you don't want to put, that's 40,000 a year. You don't want to put that you're paying 20,000 of expenses or 21,000 of expenses. So I hope that makes sense to people.
Yes, definitely. These are some ways, because really it's almost like the art of war. The art of war really was not about winning the war, but it was preventing the war in the first place. So what we probably want to talk about is how you prevent this rejection. And that's one way, is really knowing what your numbers are, how much credit you have versus how much money you have, how much credit is available versus how much you're utilizing of that or using, whichever word feels more comfortable for you. Because a lot of us get the card. You know, I had a parent that taught me to go get a card and to max it out. And that was the way to build my credit, max it out and make little payments on it. That's all I can say. I don't have nothing to say.
Okay. So yeah, making the minimum payment on your credit cards, that's definitely a no-no. I would say in order to boost your credit score, yeah, go ahead and use those credit cards at this holiday season or however you want to do it. I don't do the holiday anymore since I became financial literate and understanding what the society was really doing to me and my family. And that's keeping us exactly where they wanted me, and that was poor. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. But if you have to use those credit cards, just go ahead and use your credit cards, but don't swipe the debit cards. The debit is your money to pay those credit cards off. And then that way you're keeping that credit card active and you're showing that you are responsible with paying it back. So instead of using your debit, use your credit and pay it off immediately with your debit.
I like that idea. So what we can do is, if we do have a credit card, use the credit card with the money, knowing that we have money to go ahead and pay it. So use the credit card and go ahead and pay it off with our debit card. That's a great idea. I definitely don't encourage you to indulge in the holidays, because it's, what did you call it again? United States of what?
Advertisement.
Okay. So what I call them is retail holidays. All of these holidays exist to send you out to the store, to send you to the airport to buy flights, to send you out spending money that you really don't have, and that you feel bad if you don't have or if you don't spend it. And very often that's how some of us get into a credit crunch, trying to pay for things that really don't even matter.
And then we spend all next 2022 trying to get out of debt when you didn't have to put yourself there in the first place.
I feel like I'm really loving this conversation, because it seems like what we really need to think about is more prevention, not putting ourselves in a position to get denied when we walk into a place when we really do need the credit. Because a lot of times, you know, people from my community, we go get credit and go buy televisions and stuff like that, where I know now that if I am going to go out and get a loan or use other people's money, use it to fund something that's going to pay me back and pay for the loan it too.
Period. That part.
Come on.
Mm-mm-mm.
Come on.
Yes.
We really have to reconsider what we have been investing our money in. I don't care what you've been taught. I don't care if your grandmom and them always had a big Christmas and that you grew up with a Christmas tree full of Christmas presents and you think, oh, I want to do the same thing for my kids. Do you think that your children benefit more from having all kind of food on the table that they're not even going to eat, that you cooked and paid for, and then have all these gifts that's under the tree that they're going to play with or deal with or touch for a little while and they're going to be done with it, versus putting them some money into a financial vehicle, starting them an LLC or doing something that will make their money make money?
Right.
Maybe putting them in a position so that way they don't have to worry about being rejected for their credit. But
yeah, exactly. So I know when I was buying my home, and we're just wrapping, this is what the holidays is really about, where you could sit around the round table or the dinner table and have true conversations about financial literacy. Because you guys, our people perish from that simple fact of financial illiteracy. Okay. When a person is educated, they're no longer fit to be a slave. I can't think of the person that did that quote. I believe it was Marcus Garvey.
I think so.
But we're no longer fit to be a slave once we're educated. That's why they try to keep that away from us for so long. So just have conversations with your family about being financially literate. Just let them know this Thanksgiving, we go slim down on the Christmas. And why? Because mommy's going to buy a new house or a new home, or I have an investment goal that I'm setting aside our money for. Would you rather have this or would you rather have that? And if you're living in an apartment, I was in Section 8 and I was on a 2-year diet, a financial diet, in order to get me to home ownership.
Yes.
And I just told my daughter, hey, we're about to buy a house. We got tired of being in Section 8 and people telling us what to do and how to do it, the home inspections. And I was like, we're not eating out. We're not doing this and we're not doing that. Our goal is to have a home. And we did it. And now that we have our home, we don't even desire to eat fast food anymore because that was totally out of our budget. But it can work.
Yeah.
If we have those conversations.
I think another thing that while we're talking about some conversations to have around the dinner table over the holidays is talk about credit. Find out who has good credit and who does not have good credit. Because one thing that we know that a way to strengthen our credit is to get our name put on Uncle such and such who got the good credit. Have him add you as an authorized user. So that way, when it is time for you to go apply for a credit card yourself, you will get approved. There's a lot of ways to combat credit card or any type of credit rejection. I bet you a lot of us don't even know that even though we get that letter that rejects us, we can call that number. It's called the reconsideration line. The reconsideration line.
I don't even know that. I'm just like, bump it. I obviously don't need it.
Yeah, it's the reconsideration line. Usually it's the customer service number as well, but they have the reconsideration line. And literally you can have a conversation with somebody about why they should not deny you. And maybe they should give you the credit card and maybe you will go ahead and get approved.
Bars.
Yes. Reconsideration. Wow. That's why they send that letter. They send the letter that says, well, if you think that this was not a good decision, or if you think we made this decision by mistake, please call this number. Call the number. Call the number, y'all.
What's that one saying? We have not because we ask not.
Call and ask and have it. Ask it and have it.
Yes, I am so loving this conversation, sis. Can you think of anything else we can discuss at the dinner table?
I'm thinking of some other things. Really encouraging each other not to go out and be spending, because I know also there's this thing where we sometimes have a battle or we're in competition with some of our siblings or our cousins or, some of our family members of who's got the biggest, baddest, shiniest, whatever. So how about we tone it down? Let's see who can be toned down the most. Let's see who can save the most this holidays. Make that a contest in your family. Who can save the most? Who can boost their credit up the most over these next 90 days?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
No, well, yeah, because 25% of Americans, they have no savings or even money in their savings account for retirement. So how about that? Let's start leaving our children legacies or buildings instead of bills, legacies instead of leases. Okay,
Yes.
so let's do that. So yeah.
Something else we can do is we can probably talk about our money problems, not in a way of woe is me, give me $1, but more of this is a decision that I made that landed me in a poor financial position. Because very often we don't want to share that because we're embarrassed. But what if we shared that instead so that way our family could learn from our mistake as well and not repeat that?
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Like I said, the art of war is to prevent war.
Mm-hmm.
So the art of preventing, the art of credit rejection is to prevent credit rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And we prevent it by making smart decisions here and now and sharing those decisions with the people that we love. Because a lot of times we learn something and we start practicing this new habit, but we don't tell anybody. First, because we think they may not receive it. Second, we don't want them to judge us. Third, we don't want them in our business.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We have to stop being like that. We have to start sharing. Sharing is caring is what they say, right?
Right. And another thing that I heard Mr. Haziq Ali said, we're at war, guys, and we don't even know it. We're at wars through our economics,
Yes,
that word always twists me up and I get emotional when I try to say it, but we're at war with the economic system. Okay. We're at war with the systemic racism and all that other stuff. So, let's stop fighting against ourselves and just, better our families and our legacies. Let's stop making the other man rich and making us poor. We have the answer, but the answer starts with us.
Yes. You have to understand that wealth, generational wealth especially, but any type of wealth is a team building sport.
Mm-hmm.
And the team can be your family. Whoever the one that's bold enough in the family to have the conversation, start having it. Don't even prepare them. If you know you have a resistant type of family, don't even prepare them for the conversation. Just kick it up. Take that bite of turkey. Right after you say your question, make your bold statement or your bold question, and then take a bite of turkey and let the conversation begin.
Right.
I think we should start an estate. We should start a family trust and just see what the conversation brings. Because maybe your family has never thought of these things. Maybe your family has never thought about how important credit is. I spent too many years not using credit because I thought credit was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing, it's lack of information. And it's okay. 75% of us are ignorant. Not that we are dumb, but we just lack information. We lack the knowledge that is required for us to live the lifestyle that we really desire. And that's what this is about today. That's why we come, is because we know a few things. We don't know everything, but the few things that we do know, we are willing to share with you. And that's a wrap.
Right. That's a wrap. So we are here live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. We are here, sharing our education, our information, and our knowledge, and also our experience, guys. We're here at the dinner table, as you might call it. We are battling or helping you guys to prevent poverty. We're helping you to prevent having to go at war with yourself and keeping you where you are in bondage with your finances. So get on board and let's go to war, not against ourselves, but for ourselves.
Yes. So Kim, let's tell them how they can get in touch with us in case they have some questions and they may not want to, drop a comment somewhere and put their business out there. So how do they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You can get in contact with me at Kim's Credit Leverage. That is my Facebook channel. And you can also get in touch with me on YouTube channel, Kim's Credit Leverage as well. You can also call me. I don't know my number by heart, but it is 719-377-2432, and just text credit and I will get right at you.
Yes. And the same thing over here. Check me out at mimithemotivator.com and send me a message or text credit to 727-265-1615. And I will get you hooked up with any type of information that you need, whether it is about building your personal credit or building your business credit, if you're looking for business funding, if you are ready to have consumer financing, so that way you can sell your big ticket items and get paid up front and let your customers pay some payments to somebody else and you don't have to deal with all of that, call your girl. I got something for you. What else do we have for them?
We actually are going to, actually it's out. It came out on the 15th.
Did it?
It's our new debit
Yes.
card, our
Yes.
new Nove debit card, guys. And there are no fees, no underline it ATM withdrawal fees or anything like that. But our new Nove Money debit card, where you can actually get up to 10% cash back on your purchases. So we're designed about putting money in your pocket and not taking money out of your pocket. And it's nothing to enroll. Absolutely nothing. So get your Nove debit card and represent a Black owned and operated business. And let's keep it going to the top.
All right. So if you have any questions, again, text me at 727-265-1615. That's credit to 727-265-1615. Or go ahead and hit Miss Kim Connor up and you can text credit to 719-377-2432. All right. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
We love you. Hey, and if you got questions about something in particular, you better let us know, because we can't read your minds and we don't know what you need to know and what you don't know. So if you have any questions, or if there's any subject in this area that you need for us to talk about, reach out. We're here to serve you and we're here to help.
Oh, I have something. If
What?
you guys, real quick,
Yes.
I wanted to touch on this. If you have business credit that's already established, start using your business credit instead of your personal credit for the holiday shopping. Because guess what? It's now a tax write-off because it's a business related. And not only that, the more business credit you use, the more they give you. But the more personal credit you use, the less they give you. So keep that in mind. We love each and every one of you.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.